So, side hustles. Just going to speak a little bit about them today. Side hustles have become very popular in the last couple of years. People have been making, I suppose, a lot of money on the side and generating an extra income by doing some of these most popular side hustle jobs. Now, I've done this video to help anyone with any visual impairments. We wanted to just embed it for YouTube on the page, just in case you like to consume this article in a different way. But anyway, we're going to get straight into it. So if you're a person who would like an opportunity or an extra income, here are some ideas that you can venture into. It may earn you a little or a lot, but what's important is the effort. So affiliate marketing is an excellent way to earn an extra bit of income. So it's where you do the marketing for a company, you help them generate sales, and in exchange for getting them sales, you get a certain commission on every sale. On products, it can be as low as 1 to 3%. On services, it can be 3 to 10%. And in some cases, you can even get 100% of a sale if it's something like a subscription model. So it's a huge, huge industry where people are making a lot of money at the moment. And this is where you'd probably see a lot of stuff on YouTube where people are making huge, vast quantities of cash. Now, I myself do a bit of affiliate marketing, but I do not make those outrageous amounts of money. One of my websites makes probably about 800 euros per month, which is an excellent side income. But here's some other ones that are very popular. Selling old clothes on eBay and places like that. You can actually sell out gadgets. House sitting is becoming a popular one. So I suppose this is where you just take over house sitting for someone and they might pay you in exchange for feeding their pets, cleaning the house, doing the garbage, just make sure everything is fine. Surveys for money is becoming a huge thing. So there's survey sites that are well known called Survey Junkie and Swagbucks. You need to sign up first, but you can get paid a certain amount for taking part in the survey, like €3 to €10 per survey, depending on how big and how long they are. And companies pay them, and you get a certain percentage of that money as well for doing it. Sell your artwork. So if you're very good at painting, it's a great way of doing it. Now, obviously, you're going to be competing with some fantastic artists in the field, but it has been known where people can just sell drawings. Tutoring has always been a huge one for teachers, where you can generate some income just by going online doing private lessons. We know them as, I suppose, the grinds. Where I'm from in Waterford, it's probably the same most of Ireland, but like if you had to help someone do maths in school if they weren't doing well, that's the kind of thing. You can actually earn a bit of money doing that. In some ways, my consultancy practice, where I help people with their SEO and digital marketing, it's kind of like helping with grinds, because I'm hopping on a call on a Zoom, sharing my screen, showing them what to do, showing them how to do it. And so it's a great way to earn extra money. Becoming a personal shopper. So this is something that some companies are going out for, and people can go in and become a personal shopper and judge how a company works, and they get feedback. Landscaping is always a good one. So are you someone who is a green thumb and loves to be in plants and trees, making the surrounding beautiful? Then this is for you. Now, landscaping is a bit different because, there's some specialist landscaping where you have to have a company, like cutting down trees, very dangerous. So, but then there are people out there who just go around cutting grass, cutting hedges for people, and actually making a decent living doing it. So, and a lot of the time that can turn into a full-time business. Partaking in focus groups, like we said, that's a big one, and there are companies there that will pay for focus group, where you get a certain amount of money for taking part in that for a few hours. Selling crafts, you make ornaments, quilts, crochets, selling them on places like Etsy. They're really good. Selling baked goods. So this is, if you're very good at cooking, it's a great way to make extra income. My wife actually bought some items from a fabulous baker locally in town here, and she just does it as a hobby on the side, and she makes stuff for parties, for events, for hen do's, for weddings, that kind of thing. Handiwork, if you're handy, maybe you have a trade where you're working a lot with your hands, there's some things you can do. Now, of course, just like landscaping, doing some handiwork, it might be doing some paint jobs, but remember just to protect yourself that you don't break or damage any goods on people, because you can leave yourself open. A cleaning service, Many homeowners don't have to clean their homes because you have a cleaning service. You could probably find cleaners locally who are advertising in local shops, or doing local advertising with I suppose Facebook or Instagram. Car washing and valet service. Actually, a local guy here, he actually comes around to the house, and he was charging, I think, 60 to 80 euros. But his valet service was in a van, came to your house, cleaned your car. I thought that was fantastic, but that's an excellent way of doing a side hustle. Pet sitting, have a few minutes during the day. A lot of people are working, especially after the pandemic. You're going to have a lot of people who bought pets and who have had to go back to work, unfortunately, so their pets are home alone all day. You know, you can make a good bit of money by all you need to do is set up a quick website, allow people to find out about you. You're doing something like this, you're going to really need to have your the top of your game, because you're going to need I suppose a lot of reviews, because that's a big trust thing. So like, pets are like people's kids. They're part of the family. Airbnbs. Look, if you own a property, it is a good side income to rent out a room. And it's if that is something that you do have, look, you can earn a lot. Now, of course, look, it's awkward if you have a family or if you have something like that, but it can earn a good bit of money, where you can make, 100 euros a night. Grocery delivery service. Look, personal shoppers for people. It's a service that's out there. A few people are doing it. Locally, even here, it got very popular in the pandemic when some older people or vulnerable people didn't actually want to go into a shop. And this was a great way for them to, supposed to undertake this stuff. But it's a good side hustle. Start writing articles. You can actually sign up to areas online, somewhere like iWriter or Crowd Content or Upwork, where if you're very good at writing, you can write for people, and you can make up to 150 euros per article. It's an excellent side hustle. Teaching English online. There's places online for different foreign countries where people want to learn English, and you become a tutor. All you need is a well, if you have a bachelor's degree, it's handier, but there's a load of criteria. So the more qualifications you have, the more money that you make. And here's another one that people do as well, is rent out your parking space. If you're in Dublin or somewhere busy in the city and you have a parking space, why not try and rent it out? But that's just one of those kind of small ones. Here's some questions that reside around side hustles. Is it worth starting a side hustle? Well, if you need extra money, or you hate, or you'd like to make money. If you, well, I'd like to make money in your passion, your side income. If you need extra money, you hate your job, or you like to make money on your passion, then a side hustle is definitely worth doing. A side hustle should not come at the expense of work-life balance, though. Don't stress yourself out too much. But I remember for many years when I first started in even in digital marketing, what I work in, I used to have to work in a bar at night while I was doing an internship. So these side hustles do work. What are the highest paid side hustles? Look, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, blogging. And I suppose there's client services, which is one that we didn't speak too much about, but that's where you can take over someone's social media account and show them what to do. Take over posting, because it's such a big thing and business owners don't have time. So I'd say that's probably one of the highest paid side hustles. Now, if you get into affiliate marketing, you grow an audience, such as influence. Say if like you were an influencer of 100,000 people, like you can make a lot of money doing that. How to start a side hustle with very little money. You can start blogging and affiliate marketing, just like sitting on the couch writing a couple of articles. Really what you want to do is you want to have a little bit of advertising, but like you don't need 100 a year to start a blog. That's how much you pay for hosting and a domain name. But it does take a bit of time to invest in traffic. So look, that's just a quick read through of some side hustles that we'd advise. But look, as I said, it can start as a passion project. You can move over into a new area, but it's a great way of doing things and earning a little extra income.